Hey, what's up guys, Breezy here, back with another video. This will be the first time I ever got into a fight, and I've been in a lot of fights, so, um, just comment if you want to see more fight videos, or, anything like that, like, sub, share. Alright, so let's get started. So, this is probably, I was in 5th grade at the time, so I'm younger, so I was about 10, and me and this kid didn't really like each other, and Johnny and the other kid that we went and hung out with from the first story are in this too. But they Johnny just moved in, so he didn't really know anybody, and I was his only friend, so he stuck around with me. So we get all the kids. This is back when we all rode our bikes around the small neighborhood that we live in. There's about 12 of us. So we're meeting at one friend's house. We're right across the street from it, and we're arguing about who will be it. And it's between me, this kid, and this other kid. And this other kid, I said I'd be it for him because, no, no, no. The other kid said that I fought. We'll name him Nathan. Nathan said he'd take his place as it. So it was just me and him in between. So we're arguing about who's gonna be it, and all that. And I, we got into an argument, and then everybody's like, "Oh, fight!" There's 10 other kids, so they're circled around us. They're like, "Fight, fight, fight, fight," and all that. So me and him shove each other and all that. We're shoving each other. I think he swung first, and I dodged it because this is back when I played wide receiver and I was on the skinnier side, but I was also short as hell. Um, I can also tell stories about that, but those days. So we're going back and forth. I get him in a chokehold. Everybody breaks it up, and they're like, "Okay, round two." I'm like, "What do you mean round two? I put this kid in a chokehold. I clearly won. Like, I'm stronger than him. I took him to the ground, put him in chokehold." They're like, "No, no, no, that's not how we're doing it." I'm like, "Okay, which way are we doing it then?" They're like, "Oh, we're gonna go rounds until one of you is knocked out, crying, or one of you run away." So I'm like, "Okay, let's go." And we go to it's back and forth. Like, we're putting each other in chokeholds, breaking it up. We're probably like on the sixth round, to be honest. And this kid comes up and hits me in the side of the eye, and all I remember is just like blacking out for a minute and punching him like 3 times in the face. But I started crying, so technically I'm the one that lost the fight. And I'm like, I don't want to be around with you guys anymore. I walk home. His mom is down the street, a degenerate mother. I swear to God, if I saw this woman right now, I I'd go off on her. She's stupid. I'm not gonna say it on YouTube, but she's stupid as hell. I don't want to call her certain names, but so she calls the cops when her son technically won the fight, so it's gonna look bad on him. But then again, we both were fighting, and there was 10 other kids. So I'm waiting at my house. I'm waiting down the street from my house, actually, because there's like 3 streets from the main street to get to my house, and I'm waiting on the middle one or the second one. I can't really remember, but I'm waiting there, and the cops show up, and they're like, "Who won the fight? Who swung first?" I'm like, "I'm the one that swung first, but he technically won." They're like, "Okay, do you want to press charges?" I'm like, "No, I'm 10 years old. I don't know what like charges are at that point, even though like half my family had them at that time. I just didn't know what charges were." So the police officer makes me take him back to my house and talk to my adopted mom. And for anybody who know my adopted mother in real life that are watching this, she can be really, really weird, mean, all that mixed in together, and she's kind of psycho. But she raised me. Um, and she's like, "Oh, this kid hurt my baby and all that." And I'm like, "Mom, I'm fine." She's like, "No, shut up. Let me talk to the officer." And the officer's like, "I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not the one who broke it up." And the officer comes back. He leaves to go get some of the kids. He comes back with like 3 of my friends, and one I'll actually keep his name in is Tanner. And me and Tanner have been cool since we were younger because his sister like hung out with my sister. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Austin's the one who technically started the fight." I'm like, "Yo, man, what the hell? What are you doing? I'm trying not to get my ass whooped here." Like, and she's like, "Okay, okay." She's like, "No, we don't want to press charges." And as soon as Tanner and the officer leave, I swear, she gets the biggest and like most leathered belt that will hurt the most and just starts hitting me with it. So, yeah, certain lesson, don't get in the fights. And then I've gotten to like so many more fights ever since then. So I never learned my lesson from that. But share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.